My name's Souza. I'm an artist of Goan ancestry, and I live on the unceded lands of the Gadigal people in what is colonially known as Sydney. My work often looks at the movement of plants through empire. I interrogate place as a central part of my practice. So a lot of my work is about creating work to learn about place. The work that I've produced for this show is called If a Coconut Falls. And this comes from a saying that my mother told me that goes, if a coconut falls from a tree in Goa, it'll either land on a pig, a priest, or a Souza. And it's something I never really questioned until recent years when I thought about that saying, and I thought this actually encompasses all these colonial elements from and these this cultural imperialism of the Portuguese. So looking at the pig through food, the priest through Catholicism, and language through Souza or my own. The archive that I really responded to the most is called the Summary of Trees and Plants of India, Intra from 1612. And in this archive, it's a compendium of 74 watercolour illustrations with annotations of their medicinal uses. And this archive is held in a collection in Belgium. So I was really thinking about how this indigenous local knowledge is held across the world in Europe. And so part of this project was wanting to make a work that would repatriate this knowledge back to Goa. So part of this work is a book that I published that is sort of like a mirror of that archive. So it features the same plants, but I've redrawn them and their medicinal uses. So the other element of the work is the stained glass windows that you can see behind me. And these windows reflect stained glass windows that are often seen in churches, which tell the stories of Christ. And so in these windows, they tell the stories of plants and plant narratives through time. So the first window features plants that were here pre-colonisation, so native plants to the area. The second window features arms holding out these various plants, these local plants, and sharing this knowledge as the Goans did with the Portuguese. And then the third panel features plants that have come from somewhere else and become synonymous with local cuisine and culture here. So one example of that is the cashew. So in Goa you see cashew sellers everywhere, and Goa is really famously, obviously known for its cashew feni. And we think about these products as very typically Goan, but cashew came from Brazil at the hands of the Portuguese. So it's become very, it highlights these cultural entanglements of these, of the Portuguese and the Goan cultures together through the plants. Another example is the chili, which is hard to imagine Indian food without chili in it, but chili is not native to India.